Tara and this is Can of Spam, and what we plan to do here is run a video cast with all the camps and information that's upcoming, and we do the work for you, so all you need to do is sit back and watch. We'll show you the good and bad of all the information and camps, and this is our very first show today, and our topic will be Dragonskin. Today we have two guests, Carly from First Narellan Venturers and Ian, who is a Regional Commissioner for Rovers for Hume. This week I interviewed Damien Ryan, otherwise known as Dink, who is a Marketing Director of Dragonskin. Let's see what he had to say.
Okay, my name is Damien Ryan, better known as Dink within scouting circles, and with Dragonskin I am the Marketing Director.
So what is Dragonskin?
It's essentially an initiative-based competition run for venturers in mainly for New South Wales, but we do invite them from across Australia as well. We put them in a forest they arrive on Good Friday and they leave on Easter Monday. And what happens between then or in between those times is we give them a map, give them a list of coordinates, and it's their job to navigate themselves around the forest and try and complete as many of the activities that we have set out throughout the forest as possible. So everything is all up to them pretty much.
So is Dragonskin a large event, and how many people go?
It's a huge event, huge event. I think it's probably the second largest. I read some stats the other day. It's the second largest annual event within Australia that's held every year. And this year we're trying to aim for total people within the forest, probably between 1,600 and 1,700.
So what is this year's theme?
This year's theme is colours, is what we're going for. So there's 4 VOCs, or Venturer Overnight Campsites, within Dragonskin that make up Dragonskin. So each of those VOCs have chosen a different colour, and all of their activities, all of their VOC theming is all based around that colour.
Right. So is there anything that venturers need to do before Dragonskin?
If they can't put themselves in a team from their own unit, they can go out to other units and pick up people from there. Or if they just can't find anyone, they've just got to turn up on the day and we'll put them in a team. That's fine. The only requirement for each of the teams is we ask them that each team has at least one first aider within the team.
Sounds easy. So the 60% rule, I've heard about that, and what is that?
Okay, the 60% rule was introduced, was a couple of years ago now, is what we've run it. And traditionally what was happening within Dragonskin is that we've got 4 VOCs, but only 3 nights. So the 3 of the VOCs would probably get very busy on at least one night of the event, and 1 VOC was seeming to remain pretty quiet for the whole event. So the aim of the 60% rule is that only 60% of the entire population of the event, so if there was 1,000 venturers, only 600 can go to 1 VOC on one particular night. They choose which VOC, or they put in a preference of which VOCs they want to attend on the first night. Now, to get that preference, they have to achieve a certain amount of activity points within that day. And if they achieve that, then they get entry into that VOC for the next night. When they leave the VOC say if that was on the Friday, they've chosen that, on the Saturday morning when they're leaving the VOC, they let them know which of the VOCs they choose to go to for the next night, because you can't go to the same VOC twice over the event. So if you want to get your preference which VOCs you want to go to, then you got to do well during the day.
Right. So what do venturers get for their fee?
For their fee, what they get everything. So they don't have to pay for anything else during the event. So starting from the Friday, it gets them their train travel to Campbelltown train station. It's included in their ticket price is included in what they pay for. From Campbelltown, they get marshalled onto a bus, and there's a bus which takes them directly into the forest, straight into Blangallow State Forest. So all that is paid for.
So can a venturer team still sign up?
They certainly can. Our applications are still open, and we certainly want to try and get as many in as we possibly can. But the applications, they can apply to come to the event right up until the 18th of March. That's when registrations for the event, that's when they close. So we want to get teams in before the 18th of March.
So the competition bases run by rovers and leaders, what happens there?
Okay, so the activities during the day. The activities during the day are broken up into a few different categories. There'll be probably between 40 and 50 activities throughout the event for them to do. And the aim of each activity is to keep that team there for 20 minutes. So that's about the average time that we aim for to keep you going through that activity. So each of our activities, I'm pretty sure, are worth 25 points. and that's broken up into 5 different categories to earn your 25 points. So that's what our activities are. But they're all always a good bit of fun. A number of the rover crews out there and leader groups put together some really top-notch activities. They put a lot of thought into it, and you'll certainly have a good time going through them.
So what sort of relationships and friendships are developed at Dragonskin?
Long-term ones, we hope. A lot of the friends that I first made within Venturers all came from Dragonskin, and a number of the people involved in that team I'm still very good friends with today, and that was quite a long time ago. I'm not as old as I look, but that was quite a long time ago as those teams. So, but yeah, if you want to, you'll certainly make some lifelong friends from this event.
All right. Well, thank you for chatting to us tonight. You've provided us with heaps of information, and I'm sure there'll be more people signing up.
I hope so. Yeah, as I said, we're certainly aiming to get 1,000 venturers to this event this year. We haven't done that for close to 20 years. But last year we got them right up there, and this year we're trying to get them right up there again. And the rovers and the leaders and out there have been putting together a massive effort. A number of them are involved very heavily with the Jamboree as well, so they're putting a lot of effort with the Jamboree and moving into Dragonskin. And as an executive team, we've put in a lot of effort as well and trying to get this event to be the best one for many years. So we look forward to seeing everyone there.
Right, so thank you and good night.
No worries. Thank you.
So I have a few questions lined up for Carly and Ian about the upcoming Dragonskin. So Carly, why go to Dragonskin and what does it offer?
So for me, I haven't been to Dragonskin before, but this will be my first year. I'm excited to see how it's like. I've only ever heard great things. I know that the rovers and leaders put in a lot of effort to the bases, and I'm excited to see how they do that.
And what would it be like for a venturer at Dragonskin?
So as I've said, I haven't been before, but I've heard some stories from my friends who have gone, and they said that it's a great time. Yeah.
Okay, and what is expected for the rovers at Dragonskin?
Rovers can expect to have lots of fun as well as venturers. They will be helping running bases and helping on box. Generally, they're there to run everything, so the venturers have lots of fun.
Right. And what roles are there for the rovers?
Like I said, they can help run bases, so they can actually participate in running of the bases, and there's actually more things at the bases. They can actually marshal as well, so they don't have to run the base, but they are part of the base. But if they don't want to be out on a base, they can actually go and be part of the BOC. There's a lot of things that have to get done for the BOC, which is a venture overnight camp. The setup of the camp, the setting up of the campsites for the venturers, the setting up of simple things like having running water and toilets, things like that. So there's plenty of things to be done for rovers.
Alright. So Carly, do you know what happens once you get to Campbelltown Station and where you go from there?
So all the teams meet at Campbelltown Station, and our team leader will check us in there. We'll hop on a bus where we've got time where we can use the map and find out where all the bases are and what route we want to choose. And then when we get to Belengolo, we're dropped off there and we have to use our navigation skills to figure out where we are and where we need to go.
So Ian, with the venturers making their way through the forest, would some of them get lost, and what happens if they do?
Yes, some do get lost, as it's a navigational as well as a base type of camp. But saying that, there's procedures in place that stop venturers going too far. There's a boundary that they can't go out of. There's also, they have to check in and check out of every base they go to, and when they check out of a base, they actually have to say which base or VOC they're going to next. So with the new 60% rule, which I think you may discuss later, is all the VOCs now know exactly what venturers and what teams are turning up at their VOC. So it's a simple tick and flick when they come to see what teams are missing. And if there are any teams missing, it's quite easy to look at the sheets to see where they were and where they were going to, and then we can send out a car to go and find them. Generally, you find they're just running slow, they've been tired, they've worked hard today, and they're just making their time, and just getting a bit slow getting back to the ball. But
so it's totally safe and they won't get stranded?
No, they won't get stranded.
Right. So the 60% rule, what is your opinion on that?
Look, 60% rule's only come in the last couple of years, like Bing just said. I believe it's a good rule. It, for one, the VOCs know who's coming, and also it makes the venturers work a little bit harder at the bases and do a little bit better. So that way then they get to go to the VOC they want to go to, because as you know there's 4 VOCs, but they can only go to 3 of them. So if they want to get to the one that has the best night activities for them, then they have to work a little bit hard so they know they can get to it.
Right, so Carly, Dink said everything was covered for the camp, but are there any extra costs and what options are available for cooking and camping?
So with most camps, we do have to bring our own tents and cooking equipment and food.
Does that get heavy?
It can be heavy, it just depends how you pack your bag.
Yeah.
I'm generally okay with it because I've gone on hikes before and I have had to do this, so
Yeah.
get used to it. But you bring your food, you cook it on your own equipment, you can bring your own food for yourself, or I know a lot of camps I've gone on, I've shared food with my group. We'll
Yeah.
cook one big group meal and it's a good time.
Alright, so Carly, is there anything that venturers can do before Dragonskin?
Yeah, we have gotten the opportunity to get bonus points by taking a cool group photo of something that stands out, and obviously the better the photo, the more points you get. You send that in and you can get bonus points for that.
Right. And Ian, is there anything they can do while they're on the camp for bonus points?
Yeah, there is. Look, there's some bases that actually are a little far out, or a little bit far to go, or actually a little bit hard to find. Those bases actually attract a bit more bonus points. So then it's up to the venturers to decide, do they stay where most of the bases are, or do they travel a little bit further? Because some of the bases may have a long waiting time. So they want to try and get as many bases done as they can to get more points.
Right.
Also, while they're at a VOC, if they help pick up rubbish, the rovers and the leaders there will give them extra bonus points for picking up rubbish.
Right. So that sounds like a great experience, and there's one more week for people to sign up. The link will be attached to the bottom of this video. Let's see if Dink can reach his 1,000 venturers this year. So now our guests have been asked to bring a video to show us colour, which is the theme of this year's Dragonskin. And Carly, what video did you pick and why did you choose that?
So I picked a video from 2014 of the Northern Lights. Personally, I picked it because the colours stand out to me and the different variations, and I just think it's a really nice video.
And what video are you going to show us today, and why has this appealed to you?
Look, the one that I've chosen is from a group. It's a video clip. I love all the clips they do. It's from OK Go. And when I saw their newest one, and I saw the colour in it, I thought this is the one.
Yeah. It's amazing what people can do with colour. If you would like to see the full versions of those videos, please check out the links below. Now it's up to you to vote for the one that you liked best, and we'll announce the winner on next month's videocast. Also, Scout TV Newcastle will be doing a live broadcast every couple of weeks. They're a lot braver than us because they're going live and we're not. We also want a couple of people from each state to do a news broadcast for us. And if you're interested in joining Scout TV, follow the link in this video. Thank you for watching Can of Spam, and please send us your ideas.
Okay.
I'm not eating that.
Carly.
No.
Carly.
No.
Yeah.
Carly.
No. I'd rather not.
Oh, that's
No. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Come on.
No. I'm not eating spam.
That's
No.
Come on.